off-the-grid bonuses too. Go to mysolarbackup.com to learn more and check availability. That's mysolarbackup.com. Look for the free report, Crisis Cooling, how to make absolutely sure your meat, milk, and medicines stay safe and cool in any power outage. Yours free at mysolarbackup.com.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Municipal Golf Course, 3130 East Silver Springs Boulevard, any Wednesday at 6:30 a.m., and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Sold, 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 sold.
You're having another great day and you have good taste tuning into WOCA The Source with Ocala Talks and Tom Schmitz. Well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be here with In the Garden at 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock will be Matt Gibbs, Auto Repair with Personal Care. Right now we're talking with Life South. Galen Unall, he's brought to you every morning by Palm Garden Health Rehabilitation Center, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. If you have any questions about how they're handling COVID-19 or anything that they do at Palm Garden, give them a call at 352-854-6262. Of course, Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. They owe every bit of their success to their unrivaled customer service, having experience in both commercial and residential flooring. Go see their massive showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call at 352-351-3420, or justship.net. They flipped the script on shipping. Before, you had to get your item, you had to box it up, you had to wrap it up, you had to go stand in line at the post office or the UPS store to get it shipped out. Well, no longer. Now you just make an appointment with Just Ship for them to come out to you. They come out, they pick your item up, they box it up, they package it up, they go stand in line at the UPS store or the post office. All of that for a small pickup fee plus postage. They'll save you time and money. Go to justship.net for more information. Galen, from Lifestyle Choices. Galen, we touched on it earlier in the show, but I want to go back to it. Florida Representative Stephanie Murphy, she's a Democrat, is not seeking re-election. She says that she is a moderate Democrat. She's part of the moderate wing. She says that the party has moved farther away from where she is than she would like it to do. She was thinking about a run against Marco Rubio, but now she says she's just going to go back into private service and go back to her family and husband. And she was the leader of the centrist Blue Dog Coalition. And she's now dropped out of it, says she's not going to run. She's the 22nd incumbent Democrat in the House to decide they're not running in 2022. That alone says that the House is going to flip right there to me.
Well, in the state of Florida, the state houses have been controlled by the Republicans for a while. And I think that majority may broad. It's really hard to look at it from a really, nonpartisan view and look at the world and say, okay, the Democrats have the answers that are going to work in this country right now. You can't look at it that way. I mean, when you look at whether it's the number of, and I can't stand looking at COVID cases, right? If you look at the number of COVID deaths are far higher than in blue states and red states. I was listening to a podcast based out of New England, and they're like, "Oh yeah," on the podcast they had, "Oh, Florida's a mess," and then the guy pulled up the CDC data and goes, "Oh my gosh, they don't even have half the cases we do," and it's fascinating. If you stay in your bubble, you're going to stay in your bubble, and you're only going to get that information. So I think it's interesting that more and more Democrats are dropping out, because when you do that debate, your bubble gets busted pretty quickly.
Well, this is just 22 House Democrats, in the U.S. House of Representatives have decided they're not going to run for re-election. I think that, to me, that says something about we don't trust our party. We don't trust our leadership. That's what it says to me, looking from the outside in.
Well, and again, the worst thing that a politician can do for their career is lose.
100%.
If you go out as a winner, it's much easier to get a job. Nobody wants to hire a loser.
No.
That's the bottom line.
Nobody. By the way, that's why Urban Meyer keeps getting jobs, because his record is a winning record. No matter how quick he burns things out, he wins.
Sure.
Except in Jacksonville.
Sure. And winning cures a lot of sins. We all know that. If you want good morale, you want a good workplace environment, win. Land a big contract or get a big deal, or let people get bonuses because they're hitting their marks. That's how you build a positive culture. And the opposite is true too. When you lose in a contract, people leave. It's just the way it is. People want to be affiliated with winners and people who are striving and thriving, not the opposite. And again, these Democrats, they want to work, in the private sector, but something, a lobbyist group or something like that. They don't want to be a loser.
No, and that's the thing. Nobody wants to be. Val Demings is running again, but she knows she can win that area of Orlando. So why is she not? She's not going to pull out of a race. She knows she can win. I think that the incumbent that decided not to run, Murphy, she's from South Florida. She had won a Republican-held House of Representatives seat that had been Republican-held for 3 elections. So I think she sees the writing on the wall that she has very little chance of winning that seat back, even though she's the incumbent. And you're right. Nobody wants to go out a loser.
Well, and again, if you look at it, there's all these studies being done about, we'll call it the brown vote. The brown vote has been shifting more and more right every year for the last 10 years, that shift, I think, went big time to the right over the last 12 to 18 months because of COVID. So And a lot of these congressional members are in brown areas, Latino, Hispanics, Haitian, that kind of thing, and they're becoming more and more conservative. That's not as true. They're not becoming more and more conservative. The Democratic Party is becoming more and more socialistic.
Right. That's the issue. People think that more people are going to the right. They're not. More people are staying right where they are. It's that the leadership or the people in power, the Democratic Party, are going farther towards the left, towards socialistic ideals and politics, and they're leaving people behind. That's what's happening.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's something I just cannot fathom. Is when somebody says, "Yeah, the government should have more control over my life." I don't. At my very core, I just don't
all you have to do is research. Go look at England for the last 25 years, and then know why the English Isles voted to get out of the European Union.
Well, they lost. They just went further left in their latest election.
I know.
So Boris Johnson's going to be out. They're going to be, for a long time, they were the last bastion in Europe, if you could consider England part of Europe. But now that's fallen. They're now going to become more leftist and more governmental control. And that, by the way, that's what a lot of people in the U.S. want. They want that European model. They want that health care coverage. They want that open border system.
They want to do nothing. They want to do nothing and get rewarded for it.
Right. They don't want guns. And in our country, it's like, no. I just want to be left alone.
All I can do.
And that's what our country was founded on, right?
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Let me be able to make my own way in the world. If I can buy a piece of land, you should not be able to take it from me because, well, you're the government and you're bigger than me.
What's it say right there? What's it say right there in the document? The pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. That's what you're guaranteed. The pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness.
And you have to, and again, I'm a big believer, you have to make it yourself.
Yeah, the government can't give you life, the government can't give you liberty, and the government can't give you happiness.
But the government, and that's a very good point. I said this a long time ago. The government does believe that they can give you life. That's why they're trying to do the vax mandate. They believe that they control your life. And how I choose to live my life, if I'm not hurting anybody else, I'm not breaking any laws, why do you care? But the government can't handle that because they look at that as an existential threat. And again, if it were up to me, I would get away with probably 90% of the government that's out there. The president would do nothing because that's what he was supposed to do.
So
nothing.
I did see a article yesterday where I read that there are some right-wing militias and some of the farther right-wing that are preparing to, if Donald Trump, if he runs or whoever runs as a Republican doesn't win, there's whack jobs on the far right that are ready to, and when I say whack jobs, I mean this article said that there were millions, and this was an article written by the Washington Examiner, which is a more right-leaning website. It says there are millions of people ready to take up arms and go overthrow the government in what they see will be an insurgence by the Democratic Party, a coup by the Democratic Party to destroy the Republican Party and destroy the American dream and the ideal way of life. And I think, well, that's just as foreign to me as what they want to do on the far left.
Well, and again, I doubt it's millions, right? I mean, there's a difference between being mad and then going, oh, wait, I'm going to do what? No, I'm good. I'm just going to stay home. Well, most Republicans have to go to work. Like, look, I'd love to go and be a part of your march. I just got to go to work.
But there are a group of people who seriously are there are a group of people who seriously think the only answer is to overthrow the government is the way it is now. The way it is now is to overthrow it and start from new.
And there's a lot of people that feel like that on both sides. Who cares? There's whack jobs all over the place. There are people out there who believe the Jaguars can still make themselves. Doesn't mean they're right.
You're breaking up. You must be going through that part of Alachua County right there in that low part right before you get into the prairie. Galen, are you there?
I'm in my parking lot. It always kind of fails.
Oh, here you are. Okay, there you are.
But there are people that think the Jaguars are going to win.
Yeah, we know that's not going to happen. But you're right. There are people that think they're going to win.
And you look at them as if you think the Lions are good.
What, the Lions aren't good?
They never will be.
They just beat Arizona. They just blew Arizona out, the best team in the NFL.
You know, it's funny. My son and I were talking. We were watching that game. He's like, Dad, have the Lions ever been good? And I said, no. He goes, but they have like the people with Megatron. I said, and he they were too bad. I said,
yeah, your phone is breaking up really, really bad. Yeah, we don't have any service with you. Galen is not with us. Are you there, Galen? And he's not with us anymore. Yeah, so the Lions are not good. They have been good before, though. They were 10-6 and 11-5, and then they fired Wayne Fontes because they didn't think that was good enough. The best coach they've had since the 50s. They did win some NFL championships, but you know they're not as good now as they were back in the 50s, and that was 70 years ago. So in our lifetime, the Lions haven't been very good at all. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Time's running out, but don't worry, Bob Wine still has tons of money-saving Christmas gifting ideas. Now take a listen. Lots of blooming holiday baskets, perfect for giving. You buy one at Bob's low price and get a second just like it for half price. In the greenhouse, check out the gorgeous selection of Woodstock chimes. Just in, what a perfect gift. Everyone wants their own citrus tree, and Bob has them. Just about any type of citrus you want. Put a big red bow on it, and for just $69.99, you don't even have to wrap it up. And of course, the best last-minute gift of all, a Bob Wine's gift certificate. Buy them in any amount, and you get gift certificates for yourself now or later. So hurry on over. They're open daily till 4. This week, they're closed Saturday, Christmas Day, and on New Year's Day. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, in the same blooming place since 1952. All the folks at Bob Wine's wish you a wonderful holiday.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Will this be the year you finally get to enjoy Christmas at home? Let the Personal Service Center help you with your presents and goodies. They can gift wrap them, box them up, and ship them out, leaving you more time to enjoy the real meaning of the season. Personal Service Center, corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street. 352-789-6683. Look for the yellow signs.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday, a rainy, overcast Tuesday. Good soaking we're getting out there right now. We'll talk with Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin and In the Garden coming up at 9 o'clock. Galen, you know, back on the line with us. Galen, real quick, the County Commission meets on a regular basis here every Tuesday, 9 o'clock at the McPherson Center. Story broke overnight that Carl Zalek, one of the commissioners for the County Commission, actually has a pretty good idea in my estimation. You know, they're going to widen 80th between the World Equestrian Center and On Top of the World, which, by the way, the new traffic, all the traffic that's going to be over there, it needs to be widened from 27 all the way to 200.
Correct.
I don't argue that point at all. It needs to be widened. But Carl Zalek says not only does it need to be widened, but we need golf cart paths. We need golf cart lanes in the widening as well. And I think he's damn sure right. We do need golf cart lanes there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible idea, especially with the neighborhood that they're trying to build over there. That's going to be, you know, with a lot of golf cart access, and these people who travel, you know, and again, I trust a Canadian in a golf cart. I do not trust Canadians in a car, but a golf cart, go crazy, right?
And I just like it just because of some of the cool golf carts you'll see, the 57 Chevrolets, the Model Ts, you know.
Sure. Yeah, I have no problem with the golf carts. Go crazy.
I'm 55 now, so I could move over there. I could take to the golf cart lifestyle where I didn't have to drive a car. I could get me a tag that says Quebec, ride around like a crazy man.
Well, a crazy man for Canadian is going 30 miles an hour instead of 25. So, yeah, I think we can all live with that.
With your left turn signal on.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Of course.
You're turning right eventually, but you got the left turn signal on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think, you know, I talk to people, they go, well, do we really need golf carts that far out? Yes, we actually do in that area. Need golf cart lanes and golf cart parking. I mean, people are going to, I can see people that rent houses or real estate and all up and down that area going to WEC using their golf carts instead of cars. It'll help with the congestion of cars on that road because more people can use their golf carts. I think it's actually a smashing idea.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know
Get it done.
I don't know how hard it's going to be to get done, but and they've already, you know, the plans have already been drawn. So can they add? You know, that's the thing. I don't know. Can they add these down? I'm sure they can. They've added things to that I-4 monstrosity. It seems every month. You know, so I'm sure the DOT can add to their plans or whatever. It's not set in stone.
I am also for a lane devoted, you know, certain times of the year, certain weeks of the year, just for Canadians. Have barriers on both sides. Nobody from Canada will want to be in there
so
because it'll be
set up a lane,
to 20 miles.
Set up a lane kind of like when you put the bumpers up on a bowling alley, is what you're saying.
Absolutely. Well, it's not that they don't drive straight. It's that they drive so slow, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. They drive fine in the cities, I guess. Kind of, not really. But, yeah, it's just they just drive incredibly slow on the interstate.
Why has somebody not – and it seems to me –
And they tow like 6 vehicles.
It seems to me everybody tells me when I talk to somebody, says that's a dumb idea. But it seems to me it'd be a good idea. Why haven't we, instead of building express lanes, you know how they build the express lanes where you can put 2 people in it and you can drive in the HUV lane, or now in Orlando on the I-4 extension they just did rebuild they're doing, they're going to have for 22 miles, they're going to have a lane that you can ride in, that you can pay to ride in that lane and go a little faster.
Okay. I love toll roads.
Okay, those make those make sense to me. But if those make sense to me, why doesn't building a separate, because there's right-of-way, when you build an interstate system, the right-of-way is huge. Why don't we build a separate 2-lane system in each direction just for 18-wheelers?
You know, I've thought a lot about this. they would have to be stuck in that lane. And I think that's, truckers are free. They like freedom.
Well, it's two lanes. They can pass each other. It's two lanes. They can pass each other.
There's not enough of them to matter. I don't know. I've thought about this a lot. I'm not sold on the idea yet. I need to look at some more reports.
And I mean,
it would be a whole lot better than the 7-Eleven outside my neighborhood.
I mean, separate from the interstate. They don't even have access to where the cars are.
I got it. But there's the downfall to that is a lot of things. One, you're going to eminent domain a lot of people's property.
Yeah, sorry about that, love. I need to be able to drive without being impeded by 18 wheelers.
Yeah, it's sorry about your luck because it's not happening to you.
If you live near interstate, you shouldn't have bought there. That's my take on it.
You just said it wasn't connected to the interstate.
No, it sits right beside the interstate. They just don't have access to the interstate. It's two lanes built right where the interstate is. It's just it's their own interstate. They don't have access to the other interstate.
Okay, that's just not going to work. That's
Get them the hell out of my way. Get them the hell out of my way.
I don't mind trucks. Trucks aren't the problem.
Remember,
it's people from Canada, and I can rank the states. Maybe one day, I can rank the states by their ability to drive.
Well, let me tell you something.
Canada
up in the North Carolina mountains, I will tell you, the car you stay away from in the North Carolina mountains, any car with a Florida tag.
No, it's because they know what they're doing, and everybody else.
They have no idea what they're doing up there. None.
No, I'll take Florida over every other state in the union on my way to work.
But not in the North Carolina mountains, you won't, because they're idiots up there. They don't know how to drive.
Well, we don't know how to drive in a hill. Hills are for other people.
Well, there you go.
There are no hills in Florida.
My point is, depending on what region of the country you live in, the list would change exponentially.
Well, of course. But, we're not asking them to drive in Alaska either. I'm talking about on my roads. That's all that matters.
Well, your road's fixing to be blocked by a 7-Eleven anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's unbelievable.
Doesn't matter.
The traffic at that intersection
it's going to be
god-awful.
It's going to be 3 times worse, and it's going to. I think that I'm literally going to hold a sign there one day. Hey, Galen, how's the traffic now? Just so people can see, just so you come by, beep your horn at me. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. I'll just be sitting there waiting.
Yeah, you'll beep your horn 3 times before you get through the light.
It's unbelievable.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile at today?
Hey, today we're actually at the Lowe's right there on 40, so come see us there. But as always, we're right on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Give the gift of life, donate blood.
Galen, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye, all.
He's right. Go give the gift of blood. It's one of those gifts you can give at Christmas time that it's an anonymous gift and you still can help your fellow man. So go give the gift of life. Give blood. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM on a rainy Tuesday morning. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
The manslaughter trial of former police officer Kim Potter is now in the hands of the jury. Potter fatally shot a combative 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop in the Minneapolis suburb of Brooklyn Center last April. As a nervous nation worries about the federal government shutting down the economy once again for COVID-19, Dr. Oz on Fox News questions President Biden's leadership because he has developed nothing new in his administration to combat the virus.
What is surprising is how unprepared the Biden administration is. Basically, they're given the vaccines developed under President Trump during Operation Warp Speed. So where's the leadership? There are no home kits. I tried to buy one yesterday, couldn't find them anywhere. Inadequate testing capacity. Where are the approved pills, the treatment for the actual virus? Instead, we get these reflexive one-size-fits-all mandates.
President Biden will talk to the nation about the country's fight against COVID-19 today at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. USA Radio News.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Election, trade war. What in the world is the world coming to, and how will it affect your retirement? Fisher Investments has helped thousands of investors navigate all kinds of news and market conditions. Is your portfolio prepared? If you have $500,000 or more, call for Fisher's insightful free guide, The Stock Market Outlook, and learn how the market might impact your retirement this year. Call 1-800-379-4442. 1-800-379-4442.
You need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, a potential sign of flu or COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Exergen Temporal Scanners are available at Walmart and other fine retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com. That's EXERGEN.com. Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. Peanut farmers across the nation export about 30% of the peanut crop each year. Well, the exporting of U.S. peanuts is not as easy as in previous years. The shortage of containers and increased cost are market changers, according to the sellers. China has been buying, and that has slowed down. But evaluating the last 10 months, China has still purchased 25% of the market. Mexico has jumped into the number 1 spot, and Canada now number 3. Selling into the European Union is also risky, but major efforts are underway to phase out the tariffs on peanuts and peanut butter. Overall, exports are down right now through the first 10 months of the year, 22.05%. That compares to last year. The excellent quality of the 2021 peanut crop should help the U.S. export market regain some of their losses. But remember, China was buying a lower price oil stock, and they're not buying it this time. So in the rankings, you've got the world, Mexico number 1, China number 2, Canada number 3, the Netherlands banks up to number 4, United Kingdom followed by Japan, Spain, Trinidad, and Tobago. Germany is also in there along with Denmark, Hong Kong, and Colombia. Those are your top 10 markets this year so far in exporting peanuts.
Farm fresh Florida produce. It's the best in the world. From tomatoes and peppers to blueberries and strawberries, no one grows seasonal crops better than Florida farmers. But unfair trade practices are threatening Florida farms and families. The USMCA trade agreement will make it worse. I'm Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried. It's time to put American farmers first and protect our Florida seasonal growers today.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be windy with a couple of heavy thunderstorms into the early afternoon. Cloudy this morning, then clouds and sunshine this afternoon. Storms can bring damaging winds, even an isolated tornado. High today 74 to 78. Then rather cloudy tonight, low 55 to 57. Wednesday will be partly sunny, high 66 to 70. Sunny on Thursday, high 67 to 72. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Wilburn.
Just in case you don't know, there's a real Italian bakery in Ocala. The name is the Magnolia Bakery. Cannolis and traditional Italian pastries, and they're famous. Italian cheesecake too. And they have hot and cold lunch Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 3. When you spend $8, you get free pizza dough or bread. So call your order in ahead and save time. Call 352-207-2667. Magnolia Bakery on Northern Magnolia Avenue in Ocala. 352-207-2667. Merry Christmas and God bless.